Good morning, Kripple Krew. How is everyone doing this morning? Hope everybody is having a killer day. What is up, Jimmy Crow? How you doing, brother? Gareth HB, my brother from a South African mother, member Kripple Krew Inc. Kelly White, what it do, sis? Member Kripple Krew Inc. We got Mick Ranger, member Kripple Krew Inc. Neil Mudd, what it do, brethren? Member Kripple Krew Inc. Hope everybody is having a killer day. We've got a lot of new knives to talk about. Not only do I have 10 review knives in right now, but yesterday a box of 5 knives for our brother Gareth showed up. And if we have time, we're going to get to those as well. I know Gareth probably wants to see them. Yeah, evening over there. Man, Gareth showed me some video yesterday of how do I say this without YouTube disliking it? Of not very good people hijacking an armored truck. And then over there in SA, and then blowing it open. Yeah, there's going to be so many knives in there. It's going to have some weight. And then blowing open the truck, armored truck, and it looked like the money went everywhere. It was quite interesting. Not just here, that's for sure. So today's pockets for me, before we get into any of the new knives, my Devo Growler ended up back in my pocket again because this knife just makes me happy. Tactical Llama EDC, I appreciate you stopping by and stabbing that like button. Also appreciate you being a member of Kripple Krew Inc. And then we've got, for Titanium Tuesday, the Devo Premium Pony Stout and the North Mountain Blade Chop Kickstop. Such a fantastic and slicey beast. Mama Bear came out earlier. Might have to check that out. Whatever. I'm missing context, obviously. And my Kaiser Muskrat is in my back pocket. This is such a fantastic knife, and it's so easy to carry with an ulti clip. I either put it on my belt with the handle right in front of my belt buckle, or I put it in my rear pocket, and it's so easy to grab. Dawn and Chris, what's going on? Good morning. Good to see you again. Jimmy's just killing it. I've got a couple of Jimmy Crows here for Jason Beecher. What up? Member Kripple Krew Inc. For Gareth, another one just showed up yesterday. That is insane. Matter of fact, before we get to the new knives, we will show Gareth's most recent Jimmy Crow custom to show up. So this is a knife donated by Jake Anderson with an acid etched blade with a random splatter pattern. And this is a big boy. This is the Artisan Apache Nomad. And I absolutely love the blade shape and the work Jimmy did on this. This is Gareth HB's newest Jimmy Crow custom. And it is definitely a full-size knife with some killer ergos. Like you've got a good spot back here, way away from the blade, and behind that flipper tab. And then a full finger choil that really allows you to get up on that blade. And for a big knife, it's pretty comfortable working some utility cuts. Eagle Scout EDC. What it do? Yeah, another killer Jimmy Crow. And this is definitely a Gareth knife because this is a full-size knife. I believe the attitude adjuster on the end can come off if you want it to. I would personally take it off, but I mean, that's completely up to you, obviously. But I do believe this comes off without it affecting anything. It's screwed directly into the backspacer, which is held in by these screws. So you can remove that if you so choose. Just bought a QSB Hedgehog from Darkwater. Yo. Hell yeah. Mud, what it do, brother? Good to see you this morning. This is the lanyard that's on mine, Mud. This was some paracord that I got in from North Mountain Blade. And I thought it would look great on the muskrat, and I really like it. Yeah, I know. He might leave the attitude adjuster on. I was thinking that myself. He likes the nipple. It's got that nice little ceramic ball in there for breaking windows. Whoops, that was mine. My bad. You can reverse flick off of that fuller. You can thumb flick off the fuller, and then the flipper tab works very well for that big heavy blade. You're at school, so your carry's pretty light. Spyderco tenacious, nice, and Streamlight MicroStream. Yeah, kill the job, Jimmy. Kill the job, brother. Pocket clip is reversible with the filler tab. Pretty dope knife. That's one of the five knives that showed up for Gareth yesterday. I'll put my pockets back away. I've seen a couple of your pockets. What else is everybody carrying? Looks like we got more folks popping on. Do me a favor, everybody. Stab that like button. Like you mean it. Let's get this live pushed out to more folks. Should be here within the next 4 hours. Oh, no. Are we talking about what I think we're talking about, Kelly White? Cleared customs and they're about to land? Which one, Eagle Scout? Which one? He has several bug outs that he has reprofiled blades. Yo, that's so exciting. And he has bug outs that he has purchased reblades for in like K390, Magna Cut. Both boxes. Oh, that's exciting, folks. U.S. distribution of Pickled Steel Knives will be live. We'll call it tomorrow. It seems like. Donnie Bless of Bless Knives. Morning. What it do, my man? As always, I appreciate you popping in. Yeah, Wyoming Adventures, that's exciting. Good morning, Wyoming. Member Kripple Krew Inc. Gersh Blades. Oh, is that the K391, Jimmy? Yeah, he's got some. are you at 16 or 17 535s? How many bug outs do you have at the moment? Morning to you, Wyoming. It's awesome to see you here. Delaney, long time no see. How you been, my friend? 15 right now. Okay, I thought you picked up another one for some reason. Awesome to see you, Delaney. I hope life is treating you well. Yeah. Seems like you've been a busy man. Have you been touring again, or still? So, of the 10 knives that came in the last several days for review, not counting Gareth's knives, I did get my first chance to check out Militaw's, to carry and review Militaw's. And I've got the fixed blade and the mini Militaw here. This is the Nitro V fixed blade, which I think this is my favorite version. Well, unless you buy the $150 S35BN. But I really like this G10 with the micarta inlays. Been restructuring your life. Oh, did you lose about 130 pounds of baggage? Is that what we're saying? And then the mini Militaw is one of the premium ones. S45VN and jungle wear fat carbon with a full titanium build. And God, the action on these mini Militaws is great. That front flipper just rockets. The sounds are awesome. Doing well, but it's below zero. We've got a weather alert here because we got our first snow in over a month, and it's supposed to snow for a few days. Yeah, I haven't reviewed the regular Militaw just in time. How are you? Good to see you again. But I've held it once when I met up with Chris Warris, the full-size Militaw, and I did like it. This mini is a fantastic size because it's got enough blade that you could use it as a main EDC if you wanted to, but it's a fantastic Mick Ranger, Kripple Krew Inc. Yo. It is a fantastic fifth pocket carry. So slim. And very close in size to the Premium Pony Stout, which is today's fifth pocket carry, but a much slimmer package. Still with contoured titanium and contoured carbon fiber. Very comfortable, but very pocketable. Purse. This would be a beautiful lady's knife. Got the you love the mini. You got the gold titanium with the zirconium. Nice. Gonna get a mini nightshade or a psyop when you reach 500. That's a good goal. The mini, I love the mini nightshade. Vintage toothpicks. So excited to get your Jimmy Crow. Yes, you've got 3 Jimmy Crows coming to you, homie. Ooh, the Vosteed Porcupine. That's a good looking knife. The fixed Militaw is so comfortable. Ron Dobbins, what's going on? Good to see you, homie. I love the usable jimping all around the fixed blade Militaw. And they did the sheath right. This is rocking a very narrow taco style sheath. So this is almost the exact same size as the Elementum fixed blade, but the sheath is half the width because the other one is a pancake. So I've carried the Elementum fixed blade on my belt quite a bit, both in scout carry and with the belt with the knife handle in front of my belt buckle. But this one would actually carry even easier along your belt line with that taco sheath. It's just going to disappear along your belt. And, you know, it's that crossover size. It's slim enough and carryable, usable enough to be an EDC fixie, while big enough to be a tactical or a camp knife, an outdoors knife. I think this is a really awesome option. Thank you, Ron Dobbins. Smash that thumbs up. Yeah, I love me some jimping, Wyoming. You got the Kaiser Huntsman. That one looks so cool. The Huntsman is such a sick knife. It really is. Matisfaction killed that one. But those are the two Militaws that came in, and my first chance to review them. I did upload a video yesterday on both of these for Militaw Monday. If you haven't checked out that video, you can check that out after the live stream. Another knife that I will have a review up for soon. This is a prototype of the new Breed EDC wingspan. Lute's newest design on pre-order. This torque spit driver is the Comm orbital precision screwdriver. And this is part of the best driver package you can get for the money. Yeah, I thought about that cash truck. So you get the driver. You can get Ultim. And last time I checked, it was on sale. You can get it for around $45 for the Ultim one with code DBD, or right around $55 for brass. And then it's just about $75 for titanium. And you get this awesome ABS kit for the driver and bits that locks very well with a glow-in-the-dark insert that comes preloaded with 32 bits, but room for like 112. And you get all of this. This one is under $50 with code DBD. Brass is like $55 and titanium is like $75 with code DBD. And you get my favorite driver set, Comm. They are linked in the description. Yeah, I can link it right quick. Let me pull it up actually, and I'll just drop a link for it. So I'm going to link the page for the complete master kits, all three of them. Yeah, titanium right now is at $75. So you take 10% off that, it's actually like $68 for titanium. Here, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get all three of them though. Come on. Let me do my thing. Thank you. So they're called the complete master kit. The Ultim is, $45 with code DBD, $54 for brass, or $67 for titanium. And I am going to, as soon as it allows me, it's loading. There we go. Now I can share this link. And I'll pin it for a while. War Room EDC, what it do, brother? Original member of Kripple Krew Inc. Comm. Master Kit Precision Drivers. Code. Oh, it's code EDC with DBD, not code DBD. I apologize. To save 10% at County Comm. And here, Control V. There we go. I'll pin that. The complete master kits. That'll get you to all three. And code EDC with DBD will save you 10%. It's good to see you, War Room. Hope everybody in the family's doing fantastic today. So, Loot's wingspan. I am loving this. Here's a size comparison with the Clydesdale, and it is slightly longer than the Clydesdale, but obviously a much slimmer package. It's still one of my favorite knives of all time. Love my Clydesdale. But the wingspan comes in at just under 8 inches, 7.84 inches, with a 3.5-inch blade. This prototype is D2, but what you're getting on the pre-order is S35VN with a hollow grind, titanium, and carbon fiber. And you can either get these colors, or you can get black titanium with silver twill carbon fiber and a silver stone wash instead of the dark stone wash. You get carbon fiber in your pocket clip, which I love. You've got a frame lock that has carbon fiber over it so that you can't lock yourself out, which I really like. And with a 3.5-inch blade, this is coming in at only 3.2 ounces. Titanium, carbon fiber, S35VN hollow ground blade, $145 pre-order on the new Breed EDC website. ATB2, what it do, what it do. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, it comes with a really good bit set, Ron. They do their hardened steel, and they have a dual titanium nitride coating. I have used this extensively in the last month and a half. It's been their bits are the only ones I've been using on every knife, just so I can see how they're handling. And so far, they're standing up really well. I do want to add Knives of Life. What it do, my friend? I do want to add some Weehaw bits into the big complete driver set, but I'm specifically testing the County Comm bits, and I'm happy with them so far. This wingspan, Nick Martino. Yeah, I honestly, $145 seems way too low to me because this is under his New Breed brand as well. So, like, that's a killer deal. $145, he can't be making much profit on these. They have an amazing deep carry pocket clip. That's one of the best milled clips I've used. Like, it's milled, but it's deep carry. And it goes in and out of this pocket, out of the pocket so easy, resting on that carbon fiber. And you don't have to worry about where the lock bar relief cut is because you've got the carbon fiber completely covering it up. You got the NAS Torx driver, T68 and little flathead all connected. Yeah, that's a good little Torx driver. This has been my favorite, my County Comm. I really like it. You know, I can just throw it in my palm, and same like the naps. But they also have at County Comm this driver. This one doesn't come set up for knives. It comes with 2 flatheads and 2 Phillips, I believe, if I remember right. I took them out and threw knife bits in here. But you can store 3 in the handle and 1 in here, and the magnet holds fantastic. This is a really good travel screwdriver, so you can just bring 4 bits with you instead of the whole kit. Yeah, Luke kills it. 100% kills it. Yes. Now, I already did ask Luke if, because he only had 4 prototypes. And I already asked him if all 4 were spoken for, and they are. 2 were going to be given away on one of his live streams. So if you're not following Luke 10 Techs, you really should follow Luke 10 Techs. First, we need to get Luke to 1K. Mark should be at over 1,000 followers. People don't realize what a big part of the knife community is behind the scenes. So many of the newer knives you're seeing from companies like Devo, Tempest, Sever 7's knife that he's got coming out with Kubi. I believe some of the DC Blade stuff, but I don't know. But Loot is doing so much CAD work for knives that aren't his behind the scenes that people don't even know. And then he's got awesome, awesome designs. So right now, this is on pre-order. And you can pick it up on New Breed EDC for $145, and the pre-orders are supposed to end in about 2 weeks, roughly. Almost to 300, Eagle Scout. Let's get Eagle Scout to 1K. Oh, I mean to 1K. Let's get him to 300. Let's get him to 300. So he's hoping the pre-orders will end in a couple of weeks. And then they'll be produced and shipped. And once these come in, there will be a few of them available on the website for $150. But I wouldn't count on catching the drop, because I have a feeling the ones that are in stock and not spoken for will sell quick. This is my favorite design of Loots since the Clydesdale. And the $145 pre-order price is insane. $150 for the non-pre-ordered ones is a great price, and they'll go quick. I love Loot's jimping. He knows how to jimp. His front flipper is all the way up and over. And then you've got a long row of usable jimping and a beautiful finger choil. Loot killed it again. Another dope New Breed EDC design. That's 3 awesome knives right there. I'm going to save the 2 most special for last. Loot knows how to jimp it good, that's for sure. Folks, if you're not subbed to Eagle Scout, give him a follow or give him a sub. He is so close to 300. Let's try to get him there. We're going to move on from these 3 unless anybody has questions on them. And I'm going to show a couple of the other knives that came in. This mini Militaw is so snappy. I want to get either the G10 with acrylic, or you know me, I really want the Ultim with the G-Mascus. Arizona EDC, member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? We just talked about some Militaws and the New Breed EDC wingspan. Oh, love this knife. Love this knife. Loot killed it again. Killed it again. But let's move on to the OTF section of the new arrivals. We've got 2 that came in this past week. One on loan from MPG EDC. You guys have seen on my last live. It showed up right before that one. And that is the Kershaw Livewire Tonto in Magna Cut. This, I think, these typically go on sale right around 200 or just under for a USA made OTF that is actually so light, very comfortable, Magna Cut, heat treated properly, and a trigger, an action that is very easy to actuate. Even the Deadly Daughter can work this one really well. Yeah, you can tell this one is MPG's because of the kamikaze. Instead of the rectangular brick, you've got well thought out curves that really fit well in the hand. I bet the Ultimate version is even lighter, but this is super light. You have a ridiculous looking little pocket clip that works so well. When I saw it, I hated it till I used it. And then it's really tiny, so it doesn't look like a knife clip to people. It looks more like a pin clip. I want the Ultimate version so bad. Or I really want them to drop an Ultimate version of the new reverse Tonto blade shape. That's what they call it. I would call it a sheep foot. But their new reverse Tonto live wire looks fantastic. One of the best triggers I have felt. I think tomorrow, Cal. I think it's over tomorrow. Yeah, one of the best triggers I have felt. Just a great USA made OTF that is at a price of a lot of import OTFs, like $200. And then the one that y'all haven't seen yet, unless you saw yesterday's members only video, is what's up, LOL? Is the Maxace Draco single action OTF. Look at that. You say aggressive looking? The Maxace Draco. Look at this jimping. This jimping is crazy. This thing is just over 10 inches with an almost 4-inch blade. I don't know, if you're not familiar with a single action OTF, unlike a double action, which will retract with the trigger the same way it fires, you have to reload because there's only one spring shooting it one direction. So you press the button down, pull it back to reload the spring, and then push the handle back in to lock it. And then you just launch. The single action OTFs have a much stronger spring. They are a little more reliable. There's less to go wrong in them. Draco, yes. And this is coming in M390. You've got aluminum with carbon fiber. They call it an inlay. I would call it an onlay or overlay. These are unlike this. Okay, I got to look up that weight. I got to convert it real quick. It says 220 grams. So that is... It says 7 ounces, but that does not feel right at all. That is not right. It's way lighter than that. I need to get a digital scale. It feels closer to 4 or 5 ounces. So Lone Star. Yo, yo, Eagle Scout. Don't watch out for this Lone Star guy. I hear he's shady. Keep an eye on him, Eagle Scout. A real blood groove. Yeah, look at that. Definitely looks dope. Also lightens the blade. They actually have a good sharpening choil on this. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper. Woo! Woo! Look at that Maxace edge. I'm just creating confetti over here. How many OTFs? Man, come that screaming sharp. This is, like I said, surprisingly for Maxace, this is currently available. And with the M390 and the carbon fiber, these are $288. Or, yeah, who are you anymore? Yeah, most of them have such a crappy edge angle. They're not slicey OTFs. That's not really what they're made for, but most of them just don't have the best edges. This feels great. You can get a Chad Nichols Damascus version with Timascus and titanium, but that one's $788. This one's $500 cheaper. Really, really great knife. Oh, fun times, Mud. It's cold out there. Yeah, this feels, and like the live wire, it's contoured and curved and angled in just the right spots to make for several very comfortable grips. You've got reach, you've got control. Pretty dope knife. Gosh, that just launches. Man, that thing is wicked big. Look how far I am from the blade if I'm capped off on the butt. You've got reach, that's for sure. Almost 4 inches of M390. Appreciate that, Mud. Yeah. 288 really is not bad for a 4-inch OTF with great action and an M390 blade. When the blade is out, it balances right at the textured gemmed finger area to give you this grip right here, perfectly balanced. And then, of course, you can also choke up or back. The Neptune is a smaller double action OTF from Maxace that's offered at a killer price, but typically sold out. Robert Willoughby, good morning. Good to see you. What it do? Stab that like button while you're here. Yeah, I have one other single action OTF. I'll show you real quick. I have this single action from Tac Knives. Very similar. And also fires out there. And at TakKnives.com, you can save 20%. on all of their knives with code EDC with DBD20. Same safety, pull it back, launch. Fires out wicked crazy. Let's check the edge on this one. Good on OTFs. Those are... Oh, it depends. A smaller OTF actually does make it can make a decent EDC if it's got a good edge on it. So this one is sub $100. Still very sharp. This one's not marked. I can't remember if it's D2 or 154 cm. Same size. Damn, slightly bigger. Slightly bigger than the Draco. Thank you for dropping that Tac Knives link. I really appreciate you. OTFs are legal to carry or to own, but you're not supposed to carry them out of your home in Washington. You know, of course, I follow all local life laws. Of course, I follow my local knife laws. But you know, evil homie BDB, he's been known to carry an OTF. Yeah, killer action. Thank you. Hit that like button. Yes, you have a hollow on this compared to the flat on the Maxace, and then a flat up front. Damn, that's a bulky tip. To borrow Stasa's term for a minute. And then another OTF from Tac Knives that is available at a sub $100 price point with code DBD, I believe, is this full-size Warney double action. Great trigger, great action. This edge needs a touch-up. I love Tac Knives. Their action has never failed me. And even if you bump it off track, you know, because of the safety of a double action OTF, so easy to just pull out to lock back in, and they rock and roll. I've only had one issue with Tac Knives ever, and they replaced it immediately. No questions asked. I didn't even have to send the broken one back. I prefer double action as on something like for an EDC, if I'm carrying it as my EDC backup. However, if I'm carrying it specifically as a beef jerky defense tactical backup, and that's not my main EDC for the day, then a single action is more reliable for that. Graham, what it do? Yeah, this is one that the edge just wasn't as good as the rest of my Tac Knives. It's the only edge I've received from them that I need to touch up. I gave this one to Mud as a Christmas present a while back, but it has sat in his safe because of Washington carry laws, and he never carries it. So I told him to give it back to me, so I can give it to evil homie BDB, plus cut some content with it, and I'll give him a folder he can carry. But, you know, this is a great one to cut some content with, and evil homie BDB, you never know what he's going to carry. Master Moon. Ah, Tac Knives action is just so great for the price. And you know what? The Tac Knife single action OTF is slightly lighter than the Draco. Yeah, I can see that. This one definitely has a little bit of a tactical bent with a, you know, you've got a little bit of trailing point here. Not a lot, but it's a little upswept. You know, it's good for thrusting. Yeah, yeah, California carry. Josh 304, what it do? What it do? Good to see you, homie. And you can get the Tac Knives one with the sheath to carry on your belt. Comes with a tech lock. You can put any type of attachment on it. And this Kydex sheath actually works really well. Clip it to your plate carrier or your bag. No, you don't see a lot like that. And they offer those sheaths for some of their smaller OTFs too on Tac Knives. Tac Knives is such a killer company, as well as TakCom, same brand. I'm gonna look at War Room EDC carry real quick before we take a look at anything else today. Let's share War Room's carry real quick. We are looking at the Maxace Neptune double action OTF. We've got a Hinderer knife on top. And the Monterey Bay Knives. Is that the Wolverine? I mean, the Sabertooth? Is that the Sabertooth? Which Monterey Bay Knives is that? Piranha, what it do? No, exactly. In Washington State, you're allowed to own and collect OTFs. Just technically, in most places in Washington, you're not legal to carry them outside of your home. And we all know, we all follow local knife laws. That's the look at those badass membership emojis. If you are not a member of Kripple Krew Inc., it only costs a couple of bucks a month to join. You get members only content, which I'm going to be ramping up more of. You get members only giveaways. The members only giveaway for the upcoming 1,500 subs is going to be pretty dope. You guys are going to love it. And you also get access to those sick members only emojis. Like I said, only costs a couple of bucks a month. Chris Juarez, original member of Kripple Krew Inc., coming through, gifting 5 memberships. We'll give Chris Juarez a USA carry salute. That one happened to come in trade from Chris Juarez. And let's look at who got these, folks. We got Todd Carr, EDC reviewer, Kane Miranda, JB Johnson, and Rob Kirkland. New members of Kripple Krew Inc. Give them a welcome with those emojis, folks. And big shout out to War Room EDC. Much love, brother. I appreciate you. And you know what, Piranha? If you ever need it, I'd rather defend myself in front of 12 than be carried by 6. You know? That's how I feel about a lot of self-defense. I'd rather defend myself in front of 12 than be carried by 6. Beautiful emojis. Welcoming the new members of Kripple Krew Inc. Bloodbath. Hell yeah. Just because you're gimped up doesn't mean you ain't deadly. Yeah, also rather ask forgiveness than permission. Agreed. Yes, I may be disabled. That don't mean I'm a target. Welcome, Bloodbath. Good to have you here. Now, let's look at a couple slip joints that came in. We're going to start off with the RoseCraft Overall Creek Farmhand. And all three of these that I'm going to show you are coming in D2. Listen to that walk and talk. I really appreciate you, Ron. You are the man. Listen to that. Fantastic walk and talk. RoseCraft's impeccable construction. Always so smooth and tight. Their tolerances are just as fine as the much more expensive slip joints. Perfectly centered. And then that walk and talk. Oh! Love that. That half stop sound sounds so good. D2 steel. Typical RoseCraft screaming sharp edges, like always. And such a comfortable handle. The RoseCraft, the Lick Creek Loom, or no, this is the Overall Creek Farmhand. You know, there's slip joints, so many of them are named after creeks that it gets hard to keep up. This is the Overall Creek Farmhand. And that comes in right about 60 bucks. Such a fair price for what you're getting and the quality. The next, this is the Lick Creek Loom Fixer. And then you got a beautiful sway back design with that gorgeous sheep's foot blade. Just phenomenal quality again. Love the contoured wood scales. And this one has an even taller grind than the other one. And of course, it's scary, scary sharp. The Lick Creek Loom Fixer. You know what? We're going to do them this way so you can see the shields. And then the last of the three, I did not watch the hunting party last night. No. The last is my favorite of the three and the weirdest. This is the Mill Creek Cotton Sampler. And I love that dark wood with the stainless steel. Again, contoured wooden scales, stainless steel bolsters and pin. And then, yes, one of the most interesting blades I have ever seen on a slip joint. So first off, this has great reach. You've got that tip of the blade way out there. And, but where this RoseCraft Mill Creek Cotton Sampler really shines is its ability to use this for more tasks than your standard slip joint. With this unsharpened area right here, I'm able to choke all the way up behind the edge and actually put my thumb on the back of that blade without worrying about closing this slip joint on my hand. So unlike most slip joints, I can use this for a lot more medium duty tasks. And then it's a beautiful pinch grip or utility grip with your finger out on that tip. It works gorgeous. You've got a similar designed handle to the overall Creek, but definitely swells out more, and it's very comfortable in hand. An even taller flat grind than the last. That once more is stupid, wicked slicey. D2 blade, $62. And you can actually use this quite a bit more than Gonzo. You can use this in ways that you can't use a lot of other slip joints. As you know, you're not supposed to put your thumb on the back of a slip joint because, or your finger when you're using it, because you can easily close it. There's no lock. You can close it on yourself. But I didn't notice that one doesn't have a shield. That's a trip. Instead, you've got the pivot up there. That's a trip. I just noticed that. But this one, you can actually get up on there, get your thumb on the blade, and use this knife. Plus, beautiful skinner blade. Finger right up here, pinch right there. Great control to do some skinning. Todd Carr! What's up, new member, Kripple Krew Inc.? Really dig these new RoseCrafts. I've always been a fan of RoseCraft. And they are donating to the 1,500 sub giveaway. I'm so excited for that. I would call that item a big belly modified sheep's foot. Big belly. It's not. Shit, I don't know, man. That I would call that a modified what the flip. Finally delivered your Excalibur. Yo, yo, yo. RoseCraft, I mean, they do beautiful work on slip joints. I also love my French broad jack. Just a beautiful knife with the black sandalwood and the D2 blade. This is an awesome slip joint, just gorgeous work. And every RoseCraft I've handled has the same phenomenal fit and finish. Phenomenal fit and finish. For always for less than $70. Some of them are down to like $50, $55, $54. These ones, this one's $54, the French broad jack. These newest ones are $62 for these two and $59, I believe, for this one. So awesome prices. You want to talk about, this is why I have issue with the pricing of the Jack Wolf Knife Steel series. Look at this beautiful contouring on these scales and on this wood. And then you even have a bit of an hourglass shape on this one. Just phenomenal. And you can get this for $55, or you can get steel and 14C28 in for $200 from Jack Wolf. Yes, definitely gents carry. But I love a slip joint for just pulling out and doing easy slicing tasks, And I really like the extra usability of the blade on the cotton sampler. Because I can choke up when my hands are twitchy, I would use and carry this knife more than any other slip joint. Currently, the slip joint that's in my pocket today is my North Mountain Blade Lanny Plus in San Mai SLD Magic. And even this guy is only priced at, I think, $110, something like that on the website, before you use code DBD to save 10%. So just over $100 for the same contoured wood, stainless steel bolsters, and in this case, I think a better blade steel than what Jack Wolf Knives is offering for half the price of the Steel series. Yeah, best move to get them used, because you can pick up their premium S90V, their top line models for right about $200. Blade Binge and other secondary sources are a great spot to get a Jack Wolf. That's today's slip joint. I carry this one quite a bit because it's large and it has a strong spring. And I just cut myself pretty good. I'm going to grab a Band-Aid. One sec, folks. You know what? That one's going to need a North Mount Blade Japanese Band-Aid. I'm going to go rinse my hands so I can put this on. I will be right back, folks. Can't let YouTube see the juice. All right, North Mountain to the rescue. We back. Yeah, gave me a little kiss. Yeah, it as you saw when it hit the half stop, my finger slipped and went right back across it. And it took a chunk off right in here. A decent piece, but we got a good Band-Aid. Very, very, very sharp. You can always count on North Mountain Blades to be sharp. And that is actually the reason why I had stopped closing it that way. And I typically close it upside down with my hand on the spine and press them together. Safest way to close it. I should have been doing it the way I normally do, but I was closing it to make it look cool on camera and pay the price. North Mountain Blades, always, 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 always screaming sharp. Stromboni, what's up and welcome. Yeah, it's been a while since I cut myself. Actually, I was doing it. It happens, but it's been over a month, so I was due. Rick's Knives, appreciate you popping in and hitting that thumbs up button. Laid off Pete, member of Kripple Krew, Inc. What it do? What it do? Yeah, North Mountain Blades. Their Japanese band-aids are the best that I have ever used. Not only do they work fantastically well and never come off until you want them off, but they breathe. I've had to wear one overnight, and you take it off in the morning and your finger isn't all white and wrinkly. It doesn't smell funny. It looks normal. They breathe better than any Band-Aid I've ever used. I want a box of these. I need to get Mr. Lee to send me a whole box of these. Got yourself in the palm. That's a hard one to heal. That one takes a little bit more of a pain to heal. Sent you a Band-Aid check. Oh, be less dumb from TKL. Nice. I like that. Working on modifying your tall boy clip. What do you regret about your Benchmade? Had a Benchmade proper that cut you. Yeah, I can't trade knives that cut me. It's just if it gets me, it's mine. The only way, to me, it seems like, yeah, white and smelly. To me, it always seems like it's my knife. We bonded, and trading it to somebody would be bad luck. But the only way I can get around that is I can sell. I have sold one knife that got me. Because to me, like, the sale wipes the slate clean. Yeah, I know. That's weird, but that's just the way I see it. But these RoseCraft slip joints are phenomenal for $60. Each one of them is very, like, I love the feel of this one in the hand, and it just feels great. This one, sway back classic design with a beautiful blade shape that everybody knows and loves. And then this is just so useful. So useful being able to choke up on that. The mini acorn got you. Yeah, when I first started carrying crossbar locks, where you at, Mr. Deca? I gotta get an Ultim Grail box. I've got 2 Grail boxes now, one for Ultim and one for everything else. For the other Grails. But when I first got this guy, I sliced my palm, learning how to get, the proper hold to close it. And then I got myself again doing it left-handed and having it slide when it was closing and just cut my palm. I'm trying to remember which other one got me pretty decent, but those were the only ones. Yay, yay, yay. That is awesome, laid off Pete. So cool. And there will be another RoseCraft slip joint in the 1500 sub giveaway, as well as one of their bowfin button locks. That really excites me. I'm going to move the slip joints. Yeah, the Appalachian Jack is a great knife. Yeah, the green wipes it clean. That's right, Mick. You know what I'm saying. Okay, before we get to the other 2 of the pass around knives that came in, which you guys have seen once if you were on my live on Saturday. But we're going to save those for a minute. And instead, yeah, big shout out to RoseCraft. They have, this will be the 6th and 7th knives from them that I've given away, I believe. They, Andy has really helped this channel. In the beginning, when he sent me for my first giveaway, he sent me 6 RoseCrafts to review, make content on, and do giveaways and such. And that really helped in the beginning to make some content. Now, instead of showing the other 2 knives for review, let's take a look at Gareth's box that came in yesterday from War Room EDC. Got a whole box here for Gareth from War Room. And we will start with the knife that everybody saw in the beginning of this live, or early in this live. This knife was donated by Jake Anderson, modified by Jimmy Crow, and then given to Gareth from War Room EDC. And that's the Artisan Apache Nomad with an awesome random brush acid edge finish done by Jimmy Crow. That Warncliffe blade is awesome. And you can flick it with the fuller. You can thumb flip it with the fuller. And then you've got that flipper tab that launches that big beast out there. Great choke up on this. You got an attitude adjuster on the back that you can keep or can be removed on this one. Actually from Jimmy Crow. Okay, this one's from Jimmy Crow to Gareth. We've definitely got, I got to count. I need to count, but we've got over a dozen knives going out to Gareth. And as well as, I got a bunch of paracord stuff here from Kelly White for your family, and then other gear that folks have sent as well. Next, let's look at the mini leatherneck. This is a dope little cold steel. Coming in 8CR. With their Secure X sheath, the same one that's on my Armiger 2 from Chris. Same style sheath. Great retention. And then it's just a mini version of the leatherneck. Awesome handle on this thing. It's comfortable for such a little guy. I can just get a full 4-finger grip on this. And yeah, you could use this in a tactical situation if you needed to. That happens on this channel, Josh. Greg Vanderlip, what it do, homie? Good to see you, my friend. But a very cool little fixed blade from Cold Steel. The mini leatherneck. Next, let's look at his first North Mountain blade. How's that, Gareth? You want to see your first North Mountain blade? Chris Morris hooked you up with a very, very dope North Mountain blade. This is the aluminum bronzed or bronze aluminum. I don't remember what they call it. Chop 2 button lock. And this one is not a Tonto. Single edge or single grind. And still insanely hair shavingly razor. Oh, if you don't hit the choil, razor freaking sharp. Like all North Mountain blades. And this one actually has the best action of any Chop 2 I have felt. That flipper feels unfailable. Now, the flipper tab on my Ultim Chop 2 felt great, but this feels like there's a detent ball. Like I load up plenty and then it flies out. It's almost as snappy as a detent ball. Man, I mean, it feels like there is one. There isn't, but that's how good this one feels. I am going to use some Wicked Clean and try to get this marks off of it for you, Gareth. But brass back spacer, just beautiful button lock action. Every time. God. I hadn't checked out the aluminum bronze or bronze aluminum. I can't remember what they call it. It's one or the other. I hadn't checked out any of those yet. And after checking this one out, I'm going to have to order me one at some point. The action is just that good. And I do like the, I guess, drop point-ish blade. Don't worry about it. Leave the patina. Roger that. No worries. I was going to send it to you shiny, but now we'll let it continue to patina. It's looking gorgeous already. God, that action is just so perfect. North Mountain Blades steadily killing it. All the time, never fail. Two more from this box. Yo, it would look insane shipwrecked. Oh, but he's two more from this box. I also have a knife here that we're still going to look at that it's going to go to Gareth, just not in this box. It'll be in the next shipment to him. I think a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, but we'll get to that in a minute. Next, we have a Cold Steel Verdict. And, okay, sounds good, Morum. This has a 3-inch blade, overall 7 1/4. Your Austin A, 120 thousandths blade stock thickness, 3 inches, but only 2.5 ounces. So it's a backlock design. You can do the suicide drop and then close it if you want. Let's see. Yes. Even though it's a backlock, whoop, I dropped it. You can flip it open with the, whoop. It takes a little bit with the thumb stud. These are going to take a little bit to break in, the washers. Probably drop a little KPL in there. See if we can reverse flick it. Yep, it's starting to break in. It'll be reverse flickable. And what's crazy about this knife is it is very, very thin. Like this is going to be almost unnoticeable in pocket. It's so thin and only 2.5 ounces, but a full-size knife with a very strong lock. And even though it's that thin, and you know I'm not a big fan of thin knives normally, it's wide enough here, and it's the grooves are actually in the right spot that it's pretty comfortable in hand. Even as thin as it is very comfortable in hand. You can do a little bit of a trigger pull choke up if you need to, but really the best spot is right there behind that pivot. This is a knife you could keep anywhere because of the weight on it. I mean, this could go in your purse, your pouch, your backpack. This could be a backup carry on you that you wouldn't even feel. The Taiwan factory for cold steel does amazing work with OS 10A. That's the annealed version of OS 10, so it is better than standard OS 10. And they've been working with it for a long time in that factory. I have knives from them and from Dimco from the same factory in OS 10 and have had zero issues with it. And cold steel always puts a good edge on knives. That is the cold steel verdict. Also going to Gareth. Yeah, they're OS 10. I have zero hesitation buying OS 10 from them. And the last and most Gareth knife of this box of 5. I saved this one for last for a reason. As soon as I opened this box from Chris, I saw why, because I immediately thought of you, homie. This I don't remember the name. I don't know the name of this. This isn't the Mizo. I think this is too big to be the Mizo. It's the Kubi KU253F. And this is a beast, Gareth. So here is that 10.2 inch OTF. It's definitely a full 10.5 inches. Oh, it's the Pilates. The Kubi Pilates. You're looking at a 10.5 inch knife with that big blade. You've got guillotine style action. The flipper tab works phenomenal. It just flies out. The detent is tuned perfectly for that big blade. You have a full flat grind, a little bit of a chubby blade stock, but a full flat grind. OS 10A with Kubi edges. And several ways to hold this. Whether you're up here, yo, I see what those grooves are for. What do you want to feel like a ninja in the beef jerky Avenger grip? Man, you got reach for days with this. You can hold it back here and really reach out with that blade. You can choke all the way up here. Nice little 5th pocket carry for you, Gareth. Deep carry and reversible pocket clip. Fully skeletonized liners so that even though it's massive with big ol' slabs of G10, it's not heavy at all. It's definitely beef jerky certified. It is not heavy at all. Balanced right here. Wicked long. Definitely a Gareth style knife. I want to see him can, you know, fight off a rhino with this thing. This is almost like a bastard knife. It's almost a hand and a half knife. Got a bastard knife. Just fantastic action, too. And these are relatively inexpensive for such a big knife. AUS-10A is a good steel for a knife this long because it's going to give you toughness that you need, so you're not worried about breaking off that tip. Woof. The African Edward Scissorhands. Man, this thing is massive. Another awesome box for Gareth, courtesy of War Room EDC and Jimmy Crow. Man, I am in love with the action on this chop. So what do you guys think of Garrett's newest box? We've got a couple of knives in there. Yeah, and that's, you know, he's got a Manix 2 coming to him. He's got a couple more Jimmy Crow customs. Here's his other Jimmy Crow customs, a parrot and a mini Asticus. Both in an awesome green fade. And that was by accident. One came from Jimmy and one came from BEDC, and they didn't know they were sending the same color. And he got a sick pair. Aldo! What is up, my friend? Good to see you, homie. Man, you've been dropping some dope pictures on Instagram lately. We've got the Tenable Rafe L going to him. It's out on the island, so it could be anywhere for 30 minutes to an hour. It's so close, Kelly. So close. This is such a great knife. Bladed Ginger, what it do, brethren? Good to see you. Kneel to the Mac. Member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Aries EDC. What's up, my man? I was looking down. I didn't see you pop in. We've also got the, you know, to go with Gareth's fifth pocket Pilates. You know, I want him to have a real knife too. We wanted to make sure he had a real knife. And so he's got the D2 Stub 2.0 coming in G10, number 305 of 750. Yeah. How's the move? Are you done moving at least? And, you know, of course, now you got all the unpacking and shite. But We got big and little going to him. And then, you know, there's also a bunch of paracord goodies. There's some county comm stuff. But the dopest Gareth knife is the one that was the other part of the 10 new knives today. Done moving. Yeah, 0% unpacking. Bellows Forge, remember Kripple Krew Inc? What it do, homie? We've got 2 Aries EDCs that we will be looking at here in just a minute after we clear out the Gareth knives. But this one, the Cardinal XL, is actually Gareth's knife. Now, this won't be going in this box because the box is going to be leaving very soon to Gareth. Now that we are, I believe, done collecting for this shipment. While this knife is, I'm sending it out this week to the next reviewer. I'm cutting a video on it later. And this knife will be going through several reviewers first, and then will go to Gareth. But this beauty is the Aries EDC Cardinal XL. And oh man, does this feel amazing. And wicked sharp. Like, I could put 0 pressure behind that blade, barely hold the paper, and it just glides through. No effort, just glides through. You've got ADCRV2 with an acid wash, camo carbon galactic green space weave, black with all of these green flecks in it. And then glow in the dark pins and liners, and then a matching custom bead. That's Gareth's Aries EDC knife. Yeah, you need to do a quick intercept. I bet, Aries. I bet. But whoo, does this feel so good in hand? Looks so good. I'll be bringing this one back out in just a minute with the Aries EDC, or the other Aries EDC. But I just wanted to show this with Gareth's knives. Gareth, if you can't tell, there's a lot of love for you in this community, brother. Now I gotta box these back up for now. Trying to keep everything organized, you know. I like this verdict a lot more than I thought I would. Oh, almost. It's breaking in for the reverse flick. It'll get it. There we go. Good knife. Yeah, I can't wait. That spike looks so amazing, Aries. Just beautiful work, my friend. It's going to be in hand soon, and I can't wait to touch it. Let's put this little guy away. The bastard 1.5-hand knife. Dope. No Apache Nomad. I really like that Warney blade on that. The gorgeous chop too. Ah, such great action on that. Okay. Well, I'm putting his knives away now anyway. Gareth has one loaded box. Stab that like button if you haven't already. I appreciate that, Bellows Forge. We put these away, and then we are going to take a look at a couple of custom knives. I know we looked at them on Saturday, but not everybody was here Saturday, and they are well worth looking at again. Gosh, Gareth, clean up your mess, Gareth. You just got stuff laying all around, Gareth. Diego Torres, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, homie. Stab that like button like you mean it. All we do is knives. Well, knives and EDC gear. So we have shown the beautiful Aries EDC Cardinal XL. Now, let's take a look at the Aries EDC Bloomcliff. Such a phenomenal 3-finger knife. Another example of beautiful work by Aries. That jute micarta looks phenomenal. Red G10 liners, ADCRV2, and again, wicked sharp. Takes no effort to let that blade just glide through material. The Bloomcliff is amazing. So you've seen his blooms, I'm sure. Aries EDC's bloom, the drop point. That's the same size, 3 fingers. But this one's going to Casey and Knives Fast. This is a modified Warncliffe version of his bloom, hence the name Bloomcliff. And I have to say, it's the most comfortable 3-finger knife I've held. It locks. I mean, even without this lanyard, which gives me the pinky control, I would still feel in control because of the beautiful shape and contours of this micarta. I'm just locked in. And then it's the most comfortable utility cutting grip I have felt. It just disappears into my hand. It feels like it was made there. And then it makes it just feel like I have a sharp extension of my finger. Dexter J, what's going on? I just feel like my finger is sharp. Like I have, I can't understand or explain how well this knife melds to my hand. It just feels beautiful. Looks fantastic. Aries killing it. Love it. I will have video up on these soon. But I've been checking them out for the last couple of days and really just taking them in before I do my review on these. I can't wait either. I cannot wait either. Would somebody do me a favor and drop Aries' Instagram and his YouTube links? So Dexter J, Aries EDC is currently in the chat. He makes these by hand. He has several models that he makes, and he takes custom orders. He's going to be opening up some spots on his books in the next month or so. And then he tries to drop a half a dozen knives. There should be, by the end of this month, a half a dozen knives ready to go on his Etsy store. And those are going to be 3 stainless, 3 3 in ADCRV2 of the same model with different jute micartas. Just beautiful, beautiful work. And you can follow him on, I highly suggest following Aries EDC on YouTube because he shows his process a lot. Plus, yeah, there you go. Check the playlist on his channel. It'll explain how to get a knife from him. And you will not be disappointed. My first Aries EDC will be here in the not too distant future. and I am so thrilled for that. And these were my first time getting hands-on with Aries EDC knives, and I am in love. Thank you for dropping that, Aries. Check out his channel. You can also follow him on YouTube for pictures and updates on the knives he's working on. Kershaw Blur. Very cool. Yeah, Aries has been killing it. He really has. Just beautiful, beautiful knives. I was so excited to get those in for review. He does live streams while he's working on knives. He's very, very open and transparent about everything he's doing. And it's really awesome to see the work that goes into these knives. You're carrying your Carrington, of course, Geo, and a Microtech siphon pin. Very cool. Folks, I'm very excited. I have the DEF CON. Carrington and Geo will be here for review soon. Bladed Ginger got DEF CON to send those to the channel to be reviewed. And so I'll get to check the first two designs that he had made. So excited for that, homie. Mailing them out Friday. I appreciate that. I cannot wait to review those. I mean, I loved. If you guys have seen his knives, if you watched the SHOT Show live stream where we went live and he showed them off while he was working the DEF CON booth. And I've also shown the designs before here on the stream, but I'll have the knives in hand very soon and be able to show you guys the awesome designs Bladed Ginger had made with DEF CON. Diego Torres, I don't have one. I'm not a steel snob. I do like to collect different steels. Like if, you know, I would, it's awesome to have M4. It's awesome to have MagnaCut, M390, 20 CV, whatever you want to say. It's awesome to have. But I also love budget knives in D2 and 14C 28N. I haven't messed with Vanix, so that's why I can't judge it. But if a knife is priced right and heat treated well, I've got no problem with D2 or 14C or RPM 9. You know, this is a budget steel that you can get on knives from $30 up. And it's treated me well on CJRBs and on RoseCrafts. I've got probably what I have the most of is D2 and 14C would be my guess. And I have had zero issues with D2 rusting here. I take care of it, so I don't have any issues. But my favorite, you know, the best budget knife of last year under $60 is in D2, and wicked good. So it really depends on the knife, who makes it, and the price. I'm not a steel snob. While I do like to check out all the newest, freshest steels, I've got no problem going back to D2 when it's priced right, like this Pickled Steel Warhog at right about $55, depending on conversion at the time. This is my best knife of 2024 under $60. I've got a video reviewing it saying that and why I believe that. But this is in D2 and it's one of my favorite knives I got last year. I got Grails last year in a lot of high-end steels. And this was one of my favorite knives that I got of the year. Now, am I buying 7CR knives? No. Am I buying anything at 420 or 440? I mean, maybe if I get a buck 110, I would trust theirs. Neo Mac, thanks for being here, homie. Yeah, the quality of the knife, you know, edge geometry. There's so much, the heat treatment is insanely important. There's so much that goes into it that I don't have a favorite steel. I have MagnaCut knives. Dope. M4. Really like it. And I've got 3V. I want to get, you know, some of each of the super steels just to check them out and have them. But Beyond EDC did the Geo. VG10. That's a great blade steel. And that's one that has not really been coming in down in price lately, like the other steels have. VG10 has really stayed at near that $100 mark. You know, we've seen 154 CM, D2, 14C, even S35VN has been dropping more than VG10 has really just been staying steady in price. It's a great knife steel. And can take really thin edges. There is a lot of M390 right now. M390 is great when it's done well, but there was such a rush of people wanting to get M390 that there was a lot of soft M390 ran for a minute. But, you know, it's a great steel, really great edge retention. It's plenty stainless. 20 CV. I've got 20 CV knives. It's a great steel. It's 20 CV, M390, and 204P are all the same steel. And, you know, some of my Grail knives have that steel, and it's a beautiful steel. But I think that some people are overpricing it. No worries, Blade Walker. I'm just glad that you're awake and you're here. We will connect in the not too distant future. Been trying to get Blade Walker on alive again. You know, I love hanging out with brother Blade Walker, but there's a lot that's been going on with him. You know, I know a lot of you are keeping him in your prayers. It's good to see you, brother. Trying to talk TefCon into new knives. Yeah. Oh, Ginger, why aren't you? I'm surprised. I thought you were a mod. We're going to make you a mod, homie, and you can link your stuff. Okay, you're a mod. Definitely can drop your links. Friday Night Fishing Club, what up, John? I'm having a killer day. I hope you are as well. Yeah. Yeah, you know this community has so much love for you, brother. We've been talking about you, you know, everybody, I don't mean like everybody, I don't mean on lives, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of love for you and are constantly checking on you. Even folks that don't want to bug you all the time are, you know, talking to other folks about how you're doing. This is one of my grails that I got from, this was actually my very first knife grail. First grail knife on the knife that I ever put on my grail list. This is back when I thought $200 for a knife was something I would never do. When I first started watching knives on YouTube, the Luft Avant caught my eye, and it was like 250 at the time. I was like, yeah, that's something that'll never be achievable. But this became my first knife grail. And War Room got me this for Christmas last year. Found a great deal on it on somebody parting with it on Blade Binge. Became joyous news to me when I found out. I love this Luft Avant. It's about to get a video showing before, and then I'm going to take it down, clean it up, and wicked wax the scales and show an after of the micarta with it looking all beautiful. Chris Reeve and Gosi, nice. Yes, there were other grails that I had checked off the list before getting this one. And so to get my very first grail checked off the list was awesome. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to go to a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip, but I kind of like the wire clip on it at the moment. Just a killer knife. Joey the Roach. It's not hype. Well, I mean, there is a overhype behind it. Then Grail knife was $200 to me. Now there are knives that are much more expensive on my list. I never would have thought. MagnaCut is underrated knife company. If you want the most underrated knife company at the moment, Pickled Steel. Pickled Steel is about to blow up. And you can get some freaking killer knives from Pickled Steel for insane prices. They're about to kill. They're killing the budget market. They're about to destroy the premium market too. MagnaCut can be overpriced. Some people charge too much for it. If it's not heat treated properly, you're not getting the edge retention benefits. You know, if it's heat treated to 62 to 64 HRC, it's a fantastic steel. But the thing is, it got so much hype. Everybody thought it was the best at everything. And so people thinking it was the best at everything went into it thinking it was going to have an edge that lasted longer than S110V or 15V or Rec 76. People thought that it was going to be the toughest steel on the market. What MagnaCut is it does everything very well. It's one of the best for corrosion resistance. It's very decently tough, and it holds an edge for a decent amount of time. Not as long as M390, and that's where people got confused. Kilalamus, what it do? Welcome back, homie. Good to see you again. You know, people thought that it was going to be everything to the max. And what MagnaCut is it's just good at everything. So, it's a good steel. When heat treated properly, it's a fantastic, amazing steel, but it's not the best at everything like people thought. I do like MagnaCut. Absolutely. But It definitely got a little overhype. You know, people's reality is starting to come down and realize what it is, and it's just good at everything. Rocky Marco, what's going on? No, I don't have volleys. Yeah, I don't have any volleys. I mean, I have one, but it's like a gas station one somewhere. It's not very good, and I don't know where it is. Yeah, that's my top production Grail is an 80/20 right now. That's my number one production Grail. Yeah, if you're looking for MagnaCut, you can find it done really well at good prices. Like Hogue Deca. The Hogue Deca with MagnaCut is an absolute bug out killer. I know Jimmy Crow's not going to agree, but in my opinion, this knife is an absolute. Got a Boker Volley. Nice. Yeah, you can buy 10 seriously awesome knives for the price of one Super Steel knife. This Hogue Deca and MagnaCut is an absolute bug out killer. And you can get these on sale. You can get them with the FRN for like $110 on sale sometimes, but $130 all the time. This one was a Blade HQ exclusive with the Ultim, but a Hogue Deca with MagnaCut is 62 to 64 HRC and priced properly. Nice swap. I love my 8015 Lite, but I do want a regular regular 8015 still. Native 5 and S90V. Hell yes. Yeah, I need an 80/20 for sure. I love my 20.5s. You guys know I've got two of them. Shark Lock is my favorite lock. I have it on the Shark Cub as well. I love the mechanical sounds. The acoustics were the first thing that caught my attention with the Shark Lock. And I want the full Big Brother 80/20. That ABW slip joint is my top slip joint Grail. Even way higher than the Jack Wolf knife. I really want an ABW slip joint. Yeah, no, they're both in the same Taiwan factory. That Taiwan factory is just legit. That's the same factory that pumped out these Dimcos, these 80/20s. This one in 3V and my we got my Ultim one. Out of the Ultim Grail box. My Ultim in Austin. And we're going to put these customs away so we don't scratch them up at all. Beautiful work, Aries. They will be reviewed in the next couple of days. Absolutely loving them. And the Shark Cub. I love the little Shark Cub. Such a slicing knife for a Dimco. And just great action. Still a full 4-finger grip because they got rid of this on the end. Opened up the end of that handle, really gave you a great grip. And then, of course, that same Dimco choke up that you've come to know and love. Yeah, I want the 80/20. I would take any blade shape. But my two favorite blade shapes on the 8020 are the shark foot and the whale shark blade. I really love the Knife Center Ultim whale shark they did a limited release of. Those were so expensive. But the whale shark slicer type blade looks sick on the 8020. But I'm big into the shark foot blades. That's my current Lock collection. I want to add a nano. I definitely want to add a nano. And I want to add one more, at least 8020. I want to get a slicer blade, 8020 or 20.5. And maybe even eventually a clip point, 8020.5. And get all the blade shapes. But I definitely want a slicer blade. But the 8020 is my top production grail. That's okay, Mick. We talk about so many knives, we're bound to get something mixed up, right? But yeah, this guy is such a bad beast. I love the 8015. I like Andrew Dimko locks. Like the Scorpion lock and Shark lock are probably my top two locks. I would love to see this lock reused on something a little smaller along the size of an 8020.5, just to see what it was like. You know, something. I carry this frequently. This is a great back pocket carry. And if I go to beef jerky defense scenario, this is the one that I want to use out of folders. Yeah, Bladed Ginger. I modded you up. I'll look it up. Dr. Drew Dude. What it do, homie? DEFCON Knives. Carrying time. I don't know if his newest knife is on their website yet, but I will link the geo also. I'm looking right now on their website. I'm looking. I don't. The Carrington doesn't look like it's on the website. I thought it was Cardington, but I guess it's Carrington. Is not on the website yet, but I will link the Beyond Knives Geo. His first design that he got made. Oh, not from that brand, that store. I don't like that store. That store screwed me over. We'll look at it someone else. Let's look at it from Beyond EDC. How much is it on their website? Pulling it up. Almost. It's loading. 80/20s on your list. Yeah, it's a long ass list, right? Oh, there we go. I will pin your link. That's his first folder. Such a sick dope. Such a dope knife. I love that warning. I love that continuous curve. And then his second knife is currently being produced and is not on the DEFCON website just yet. Okay, it is Cardington. I thought so. Okay. Just double checking. I want to make sure I say it right. Yeah, the Cardington I'm very impressed with. Let me, I'm sure I've got pictures from him in my Instagram. I know I do, actually. Let me pull those up real quick. Should be out next month. Hell yeah. We're talking about Bladed Ginger's Cardington that's dropping next week. And I'm about to pull up some pictures of it. We linked the Beyond Knives Geo, his first design. I don't know if I can show you the most recent design that he showed me, but I can show the Cardington. And I'm going to share my screen. This is the Cardington. I love that drop point Tonto with the compound grind. And it is a pivot button lock. So it works with a liner in there. Very secure lockup, I'm guessing. And can't wait to try this out. Gorgeous knife, homie. That looks so awesome. It's got the same lock as the one I use on the truffles, and I really like that. Southern Mofo. What's up? Yes, and then I'll share. Here, we'll all take a look at his Geo as well. This is his first design, and this one is currently available from Beyond EDC and in other spots as well. But I love this wicked warning coming down to a bulky credit stasa tip. Awesome sharpening choil, finger choil. That beautiful continuous curve to feel great in your palm. VG10 with a 3.15-inch blade. 3.6 ounces. Looking forward to checking that out, homie. That and the Cardington will be here for review. Yeah, the Aurora Blades Truffle, I really liked the lock on that. And so I think it's going to feel great on his Cardington. Man, we got a lot of channel homies with new knives coming out. We had Sever7 on showing his new knife. Same place you had your wedding pics taken. Very cool. We all know there's a folding gargoyle in the works between collab between Aries and Pickled Steel that we cannot wait to see. Now we got War Dogs coming, Premium War Hogs. We've got Boilator Pro. We got so many cool knives on the way, folks. I can't wait, Aldo. And U.S. distribution lands today. Lands today for Pickled Steel. I love the Warhog Blade Walker. We've given away a couple of these with Pickled Steel. And it's just a fantastic knife. I like it better than the Sheepdog, personally. It's my number one knife of 2024 under $60. And top 3 budget overall. Unpacking now! Yo, big day. Big day. Don't expect orders to ship today, folks. But they dropped today. They will be shipping very soon. That is sick. U.S. distribution is live for Pickled Steel. Congratulations. So I wear a size extra large glove, and I have that much room off the back of it. And you've got a full choke up here. I can choke back on this and use this as a pinky landing and have all kinds of room. This would fit hands even larger than mine. The Warhog, I prefer to the Sheepdog as well, Chris. And just phenomenal for like $55, give or take a little in the day's exchange rate. So much new stuff coming from these guys that it's hard to even keep up. And I can't wait to get some hands-on with some of it. The Kansept Leviathan, yeah, that's a big bad beast. Of course, always drop your channel. Everybody can drop their links. Yeah, I got my finger pretty good. It's trying to make a little bit of a mess outside the Band-Aid, but that's okay. It's contained enough for YouTube. Gotta love that action. And unlike Kaiser, they're including extra omega springs in the Pickled Steels. Kaiser stopped doing that. It was great when they were putting, yeah, it'll get super glued later. Actually, super glue is not really going to do it because I cut off the chunk. Like there's a chunk missing. So super glue doesn't help as much, but it'll be fine. Yeah, Kaiser stopped putting extra omega springs in their knives, but Pickled Steel wants you to have everything you need in case your knife you lose something in the field. So you get a full set of hardware, you get a full set of omega springs, you get another one of these awesome clips, and you get a tool to take it all down. Love it. And soon we will have, well, not soon. It's going to be, new knife production takes several months, but there will be an M390 and titanium version with a target price of $130. That's good to know, Lady Ginger. Roger that, Aries. I appreciate you hanging out. Drive safe, my friend. $60 to $62. This mini Militaw's got great little action. But the new Breed wingspan is just massively cool. I love this knife. Loot stays killing it. Roger that. Oh, what is the HRC going to be on his M390? Is that what you're asking? I like that. Can that be shown? I love playing with knives. This is how I keep my hands loose. I've got a lot of nerve damage and I have arthritis in both hands. And instead of using some Chinese balls in my hand or something or fidgets, knives are my fidget. And I like multiple methods of opening. One, so that if my hands are jacked, I can use a different finger if one ain't working. But it lets me keep my hands looser by using all the different methods of deployment. So it's my main 60 to 61 is your answer, Blade Walker. Thank you. Smash that like button. But I do like fidget factor. I mean, I have fixed blade on me as well right now, of course. The Warhog, War Dog, and the one that you just sent me is the War Horse. Can I show the War Horse? We've seen the War Dog on this channel, the pictures for it. I just got the picture of the War Horse, and I'm hoping I can share it. How'd you do, Gonzo? Deadly Daughter is traveling tomorrow with the rifle team to go shoot a competition. Should be gone for a few days. You have Italian balls in your hand sometimes. Let's look at the newest Johann Jordan collab. You've seen the Warhog. We've shown the War Dog. Here's the War Horse. Johann Jordan. That is a fantastic looking knife. Titanium and micarta or titanium and carbon fiber? That would look beautiful as a black burlap. And of course, you're going to have all kinds of grinds on it. Oh, that looks so cool. Let's see if if I can easily find the War Dog pictures again. And we will look at the War Dog pictures as well. Scrolling up. Here it is. Okay, I found the War Dog. Still playing with materials. Yay, yay. $25 a month for unlimited range time is good. Tie in micarta. Hell yes. That's what I wanted to hear. Here is. Whoop, I closed. Did I close it? No, I want it. Then share screen. Give me my Instagram screen, damn it. Aren't you working? Thank you. Now it will. Okay, here we go. There's the War Dog. So we got the Warhog, the War Dog, and the War Horse. Killing it. All three Johann Jordan collabs. I'm great with a button lock. As long as it's a button liner lock, a button compression lock, a button frame lock. I still have plunge locks that I love, knives that I love that were made in the last couple of years. But I think the buttons going forward should all have some type of extra lockup. And then I'm great with them. Your buddy owns a range. Hell yeah. Oh, I want the war dog very badly. I want the war horse very badly. And I want a premium war hog like you don't even know. I mean, I love my budget, but I really want to try the premium one just because. God, I love these hand finished edges. Every edge is hand finished on a whetstone. And this is a less than $60 knife. How many other 50-something dollar knives are hand finished on a whetstone? Can you name any? I can't think of any, personally, besides Pickled Steel. Yes. Yes, Aldo has a, let me see if I can share that link real quick. I have the link in my Insta. Yeah, here. I will share this link. On Sunday, Aldo will be going live with an awesome South African knife reviewer named that goes by Stuff We Do. There is the live stream link for Sunday's Pickled Steel live stream. He'll be showing some badass new designs. And like I said, South African reviewer Stuff We Do will be on the live with him. He does some great videos. Tennessee is one of the states I'm trying to start talking the wife into. It's farther east than I wanted to move, but I'm really starting to think about Tennessee. And a new slip joint range. Now, we've seen one slip joint, I believe. The big one. The oh man, it's named after I'll think of it. Hold on. It's named after your daughter. Starts with an M. Damn it. I can't remember the name of the big slip joint we saw. Mads, thank you. I knew it was started with an M and it was named for your daughter. I just couldn't remember. Mads, that one is so crazy. I really need to hopefully have the fun soon to order some more Pickled Steel in so you guys, so I can show off more than just the Warhog right now. I had the Capybaro to show you guys, but Jay Korsgaden won that. But I need to bring some more models in. Hopefully have the fun soon so I can show you guys some more. See, Arizona just gets too damn hot for me. My YouTube, this live has been flagged. I have to end it, guys. I have 60 seconds to end it or face demonetization. Gotta kill it. Later.